Hello loves, welcome to Fifth Dimension. I hope y'all are doing good today. I am sorry for the late post. I don't know why I'm apologizing, I'm sure no one cares. But anyways, the theme for this reading is your own personal mandala effect, okay? So choose whichever image most resonates with you, whichever mandala may have had the most impact, where you're just like shook that it isn't what supposedly it isn't. And I'm going to go ahead and see the energies as far as how you have that effect. So in other words, this is going to take on a sort of reading from the perception of the outside. So this could be if you're intending to see a perception from a specific person, or just in general how you're viewed by others around you. Specifically when it comes to I view you, I meet you, I perceive you in this one way. And then getting to know you and realizing that it's like a whiplash, because actually that's not you at all. This is the true you. So there being some sort of disconnect in how you are perceived, and that will be your own personal mandala effect, okay? So for pile number 1, we have the clear quartz. For pile number 2, we have the rose quartz. And for pile number 3, we have the smoky quartz. So we're quartzing it up today, okay? Choose whichever you feel most drawn to. If that's more than one, trust that, okay? I'll see you at your piles. Hi, pile number 1. Thank you for joining me. So if you chose this clear quartz, then you're at the right place. Let's go ahead and check out the before and the after, okay? We're having two perspectives here. The preconceived perspective of you, and then the most accurate and most recent version of you in your mandala effect. I'm going to get two, one for each perspective, okay? So I feel like it changes often. I see like going into like portals. Have you been going into portals, pile number 1? Like popping into portals and people being like, oh, they're over there. And they're like, no, they're actually over there. I don't know what that means. I feel like you're kind of slippery. Your energy is kind of hard to pinpoint. Sort of what it's giving me. Okay, I already saw those. A high value. Okay. So the perception, original perception, the remembrance, we have card 35, a tall tale. We have the card of bittersweet. And then we have card 15, appreciation. Let me actually clarify these with tarot. I wasn't sure if I was going to do these like quickies. I wasn't sure if I was going to give you guys quickies today or like a full-blown session. Just kidding. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how I'm vibing you, pile number 1. Alright. Appreciation. A tall tale. Oh, sorry. We have the Lovers to clarify bittersweet. We have the 8 of Wands to clarify appreciation. And then we have the Knight of Swords to clarify a tall tale. So I'm just going to take a quick pause. Okay, so pile number 1, I feel like the original remembrance or perception of you is that of somebody who, it feels like very lighthearted, very open energetically, somebody who is very like giving of themselves, and this means like in the physical sense, like gives a lot of their time, of their energy, resources, like very giving, very sharing, somebody who's willing to share. But also it feels like to the point where you may have been perceived or remembered in the way of being somebody who just doesn't have a cap on that. It sort of feels like no boundaries of the amount of self that they're willing to give to others. It also gives like a sense of like a hopeless optimist or a hopeless romantic, like somebody who just has a lot of hope of when it comes to experience. It feels very like childlike, like very wondrous, hopeful, and pure, like pure exhilaration to experience the world. Someone who it doesn't take much, to get to open up or to feel connected to, but also somebody who may be easily swayed because of the kindness, the kind-hearted core that you carry, like perhaps somebody who would be very easy to be convinced. And I'm also getting manipulated. Somebody who would easily fall prey to manipulation. Now get you that this is the remembrance. This is the before energy. Okay, let's go ahead and see what the accurate vibe of you is. So we have facade. We have door to value, card 31, and card 36, seen beyond. Let me clarify these also. Clarify facade. No. They're getting chunkies on there. We have the 9 of Wands, door to value. We have the 4 of Wands. Isn't that interesting? They both look like the same inflow of something. Seen beyond, clarify. We have the Queen of Pentacles. I think I heard the resilience, the amount of resilience and strength that you've had and the amount of things that you've overcome shocks people. They feel like you're just like a little newborn baby who's been in a protected little bubble because of the pureness that you're still, I just saw 333, of the pureness that still radiates out of your energy, that people would assume that you've lived a sheltered life because you're so open to share yourself, or at least that's the perception that they have of you, of being so open. What they're not realizing is what they're getting of you, what they've experienced of you is just like a tiny little strand. Them experiencing you as open is actually like, they haven't even, like right here, I'm getting, they haven't even like come into the door. They've not even made it in, but they've assumed that they have. They've assumed that they've seen. They've assumed that they've gotten the whole MTV Cribs house tour, when the reality is that they just got an outside view and they got you coming out of the porch and speaking to them. They actually never got the tour. It was all in their imagination. I feel like the reality of it is that specifically when it comes to this, like, I feel like in this beginning energy, it feels like a bit of naivety that people may experience from your energy, or assume there's a naivety in you because of the, like I said, that childlike innocence that you just have. There's just like purity and funness to your energy, that specifically the people who are coming up, whose energies are coming up and how they perceived you. Yeah, I feel like some people may have like written you off based off of that. Like, oh, like this person, I don't know. That's sort of what I'm giving me, like thinking like diminishing your sense. And this may be like in conversations, like to shut you down is sort of what I'm getting now that I'm thinking about it. It's giving like maybe conversations where you've tried to give your opinion and people are just like, oh, what would you know about this specific topic? You know what I mean? Like you're just a sheltered little baby. And the truth is that, like, look, although you've come off with that energy, the truth is that you carry such wisdom with you. The Nine of Wands is somebody who's had like a journey. They've had themselves a journey, but yet somehow you're able to just, what they pick up is true. The childlike aspect, the purity of your energy, that what I had said, that hopeless optimist, that hopeless romantic that's at your core is accurate, that they pick up, but it's not in any way, shape, or form naivety. You were like the Buddha. You were like the Buddha, that enlightenment of the realization, like there's no need to take any of this that seriously. Life is but a dream. I don't know, that's what I'm hearing. What is that? Nursery rhyme. I can't think of, but that's all that came out from that nursery rhyme. Life is but a dream. So like there's this like laughter, there's this like big smile on your face, this big energy. Mind you that there's a bird standing on the branch like staring at me right now. He's like, what is she doing? Well, what are you doing, sir? Just kidding. But anyways, yeah, like the perception of you is based off of assumption completely, I'm gonna get, because I feel like your boundaries are actually really high. I feel like people have only scratched the surface of experiencing all that is you, because I feel like all that is you is a lot. The scene beyond, like there's this, like you're just like on another dimension, another dimension, another dimension. Beastie Boys. Yeah, you like your perspective on life it's like otherworldly. But there's this like deep amount of wisdom that you carry, and I'm seeing it in both the Queen of Pentacles and this man right here in this card. Like there's an ancientness to you, but a very pure, like newborn babiness to you too. You're like a merge of both energies, and it's really expansive with the amount of experiences, memories, and energies that you hold within your vessel. All right, that's a beautiful energy, and that is like, I heard a silent something. Ugh, I lost the second word, but it's like it felt like a panther or a cougar. I don't know, some cat, some big cat in the night stalking its prey, like, and they think you're just a kitten. They think you're just a kitten, but you're actually a freaking panther or something. Let me get you some advice, completely having to do nothing with this, just because I feel like I'm used to ending off that way. Oh, hey, cutie. What do you have to say? I think you're cute, too. Not me flirting with the bird at my window. All right, we have card number 2. Antelope Spirit, life is speeding up. What else? We have card 38, Lizard Spirit, dream the world into being. One more for pile number 1. And card 27, Fox Spirit. Think on your feet. This feels like movement. And I do see you. You see how he's standing on 2 different, I sort of like saw them like the portals, like I said, like you're shifting things fast. I don't know, things are shifting for you fast, but that wasn't what this reading was about. But regardless, that's something I picked up. But anyways, I hope these messages resonated. If they did, that's cute. Until we vibe again. Hi, pile number 2. Thank you for joining me for this reading. If you chose this rose quartz chunk, then you're at the right place. Let's go ahead and get your, we're going to do 2 little piles or 2 little spreads. The first is going to be the original perception or the original memory of your energy. And then the second one will be like actual, your actual current energy, okay? All right, so for pile number 2, the rose quartz. I saw, oh wait, that's for the first pile, let me get the second one. I saw the rock people. I don't know what movie that's from. Like the rock mountain people or just boulder people, I don't know. I don't know what that's about, but okay. I feel like that I got the word stubborn, like a stubbornness. I don't know if that's a perception of you or if you're actually stubborn. But that's okay if you are, because same. Alright, pile number 2. Mr. and Mrs. Boulder. Just kidding. One more. Okay. So let's look at the original. So we get mysticism. We get deceit. Okay, so we have 2 shrouded entities. And then we have awakening genius. I heard mad scientist, and then I heard like people think like you're a secret like genius, a creative genius, but they also feel like there's some like dark alchemy, like, and then that's why I had heard mad scientist, like you're a witch. I heard witch. So they may think you like do spells or like sold your soul to the devil, or I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping that's not true. Pile number 2. Mysticism. We have the 4 of Cups. Deceit. There's some curiosity about what it is that you do within your own private time that people are like oddly like, what, like, how is that? It feels weird. It feels like impersonal. What? Impersonal, like, I don't know, inappropriate maybe is the best, like that people would be curious. I don't know why this is giving me a little bit of taboo. It's perception of what people have, of what you have going on. And then I heard undercovers, in the dark. Like, I don't know. Why are people curious all about you in that way? Just kidding. The original perception of you. Look, for deceit, we got the 7 of Swords, which is often taken as the literal card for deceit, for a tricky. There's people who feel like there's something sneaky about you, like you're very mysterious, okay? This is the original perception. Like, people are just like, this person must be lying, must be hiding this. I don't know. What do they think you're hiding? Who you truly are. They feel like they don't, like what you show is fake. And that you have secrets that you keep. And then there's this like oddly other like alluring part of it that I'm getting, where people have this perception that there's just like something that they want to get to know that's hidden underneath all of your cloaks. But it's also giving me very 𝒂𝒐𝒖 tone to it, okay? So you may be very like, I heard modest, and that is alluring to some people, or you just may keep your boundaries very, you keep it locked down behind lock and key, and you're just like, yeah, for sure, because this refusal to give of yourself is very enticing to some people. I don't know why I'm picking that up, but okay, pile number 2, that's what I'm getting. And then I heard tease. Some people feel like you're a tease. Remember, this is the original perception. This is not necessarily true of all people and how they perceive you. But yeah, there's some stuff coming up from some male energy that's sort of triggered by you at this moment in this energy. Okay, I'm just going to say that. Now, not getting into that, but I'm just saying there's aspects of that in which you trigger men. No, I'm not gonna say, no, I'm gonna say men. It feels like men are triggered. So whether you're a man, whether you're a female, it doesn't matter. I feel like there's an aspect of you in your energy, and it may have something to do with this, like, because I heard the word tease. And then it's like this refusal to give of yourself. So this could just be energetically. That this refusal to give of yourself, or only giving bits and pieces, and the refusal to give any more, and keeping that under lock and key. I don't know. Like there's an aspect of people who feel like there's a selfishness to you. Okay. Regardless of all that, this energy over here, people, there's no denying that there's an aspect of people that see something very bright and beautiful despite this like shadowy energy that you carry. There's this perception of something very promising, very bright, very beautiful to experience within your energy, and it could be what it is that you create, because like I said, I felt like you're a creative genius, so whatever it is, that's the original energy. So let's go ahead and take a look at the truth of it all. So service, caring connections, card number 14, card 22, tender embrace. Yeah, this is coming up super different than this energy right here for sure, which was the intention of this reading, right? Clarify service. This reading, like, pile immediately took a different energy than pile number 1, but like hardcore. Alright, so we have the High Priestess for your service. Caring connections. Death. Tender embrace. Knight of Wands. Okay. So the truth of the matter is you're actually very giving of yourself, despite what people or original perceptions of you in regards to this closed offness, this keeping under lock and key, this idea of you being a fake persona, fake what you something about, there's a false perception of you based off of an energy of pullback. When you pull back, that's perhaps what it's perceived as rejection, and therefore perhaps that's what's triggering. If I'm gonna, maybe a lot of energies perceive you as rejecting them. But the truth is not that, actually. The truth is that you're actually very giving of yourself. You're just very discerning with how you offer your energy, and people may perceive that as rejection. like you thinking like, oh, belittled, like, oh, you didn't have time for me. But the truth is, like, it isn't about you. I only have so much time because I give a lot of myself to that which I dedicate my life to. So it's not that, oh, I don't have time for you. It's actually that I only have a certain amount of time, of energy, of resources. And I feel like it's only going to be used on that which is reciprocal, that which is of value, that which allows for growth, that which allows for healing in your life, that which allows for good experiences, not this little judgy ass energy. Oh, and I'm having a flash to a friend, a connection which like sort of is disconnected for the time being on my end. And it was triggered by a place of me minding my own damn business, and then this person feeling the need to judge me while I'm over here minding my own business. Yeah, there was a specific, what I felt was like a huge judgment on how I choose to live my life, and based off of spirituality and tarot, and it was coming from a religious aspect on their end, feeling the need to like perhaps guide me away from my life of sin. So of course that energy is going to be cut off towards that. Why would I engage and give any energy? And I'm just only saying this because this is sort of like the energy that I'm getting. Why would I give any of my energy to that energy? It makes no sense. Make it make sense. Why would I give you more of my energy if there's judgy energy being thrown at me on your end, not acceptance and love? So I feel like that's where you're at. Very discerning with your energy. You're in an energy of transformation when it comes to, and this is, it feels very relationship connected in your specific pile. So you're in a place of discernment, but not only that, but you're in a place of transforming the way you connect with those people. It feels very other people based in this pile. Like there's so much of you to give, even though the perception is that you give nothing, that you tease with your energy, that you sort of keep it shielded under lock and key. Some people may feel like you're selfish with your time and energy. Some people may feel triggered or rejected by your choices to keep your energy in the state of transformation and discernment and boundary. Yeah, this is a huge Mandela effect. The way you're being perceived with the actuality of it, okay? The actuality is a beautiful energy of somebody who is very willing to give with the Knight of Wands. Clarifying that tender embrace. But for whatever reason, I feel like this is in a protected sense. If there's a protected space for energy to be exchanged, for example, again, I'm going to go back because I'm getting the memory of it again. If there was a safe space for me to feel, to engage in a friendship in that area, but that's not felt, that's not experienced, so I will not exhaust any energy there. There's too much going on for me to even consider that as an option of where to extend energy towards. The energy is in transformation of how you connect with others, and it's all about reciprocation and safety. Do these people look on edge? Oh, people, these are elephants. Do these people look on edge? Just kidding. They feel in very safe energies. Safe to not be judged, safe to not be harmed, safe in a place of trust. And that, I feel, is where your energy is very willing to give, in safe spaces, okay? And that may be something that you're transforming from a perception of of a whole bunch of nonsense that you may have experienced, okay? Because there's some dark energies here in how you are perceived. And so I'm assuming these are specific energies that are shooting this false perception, this false image of who you are. With they're looking at this one, but it's actually this who you are. But that's okay, because people can choose to believe whichever Mandela is there. That's the whole point of the Mandela effect, is that there's like almost different collectives, those who believe firmly that one is one way and those that believe firmly that one is the other way. And it's like, how do you, you know, how do you change that? You don't. You just continue on being that which you are, okay? And so, yeah, I think that's what it is. I feel ready to close this energy off. I hope this message has resonated with you. Pile number 2, I felt like I wanted to like defend you because I felt offended for your energy. Yeah, or I may have just gotten re-triggered by by my own story I decided to share. Yeah, I probably just got re-triggered, that's all. Anyways. We have card number 40, Mouse Spirit, tend to the small things, which is what I think that you're doing. Remember I said there's an energy that's being exhausted only to that which it feels like there's a lot on your plate, in other words, okay? What else? Which, by the way, this has nothing to do with the reading. These are just guidance based off of whatever is going on in your life at the moment. What else? Let me get... Oh. Look, we have another elephant. Oh, I love it. Elephant symbolism. What does that mean? Elephant spirit, learn from the past. Let me check real quick. Hold on. Okay, so I'm just going to read the top. It says, elephants in many cultures are featured as symbols of power, wisdom, inspiration, and reverence. Their strength is legendary throughout history as well as mythology. Even today, they still carry this powerful connotation with them, which makes them the perfect spirit animal for anyone who wants to take charge of what's happening in their life. And I think that that's what you're doing. And I think that that may be triggering some aspects, which is why that came out, okay? But you keep doing you, baby. That's what I got for you, loves. Until we vibe again. Hi, pile number 3. Thank you for joining me for this reading. If you chose the Smokey Quartz, then you're at the right place. So before I even started, I heard, hi ho, it's off to work we go. I have no idea where that's from, but I feel like very Disney. And then I saw the 7 dwarfs, Snow White and the 7 dwarfs, and I don't know if they were miners, but I sort of pictured like them mining away in tunnels, and I don't know if that's even part of the movie or if I'm imagining that, but that's automatically telling me that you're the first perception people have of you is that of like somebody who's hardworking or always at work, perhaps. But I thought that was funny. You're just like slaving away over there at work. Well, no, that's not funny actually. But it's funny that it came through in that way, like really quick, as soon as I like set the intention to start pile 3. All right, so this is good. I'm gonna have 2 piles. The first one is gonna be like the original remembrance or energy of perception of you, and the second pile is gonna be like the actuality, okay? As far as your own personal Mandela effect goes. So the first 2 piles were pretty interesting, but very different from each other. So I'm curious, especially since we started off with such strong energy as far as perceptions of you. There may be a lot of perceptions of you being thrown out there. There may be a lot of energy that's directed towards you on a daily basis. So your job may involve, look at me doing the reading without doing the reading. Your job may involve interacting with a lot of different energies, which would explain why there's heavy perception of you coming through immediately. So there's a lot of opinions of you, in other words, a lot of eyes on you. I feel like people like you. I feel like you're very likable, but I do feel like people feel like You're over there slaving away at work. All right. This one. I didn't want to look at them because I didn't want to have impressions before. Okay, so we're going to look at the original memory or perception of you. We have card number 14, beautiful 𝒂𝒐𝒐. We have card number 19, rest and rejuvenation. And then we have complacency. Let me actually clarify them. There's like a stoicism that is perceived upon you, specifically when it comes to your heart energy and the way you interact with your emotions, maybe on lockdown. You may be in a healing, you may be perceived to be in a place of healing. I actually feel like a lot of people want your heart, yearn. The perception is that I don't know. I'm getting confused. Never mind. Let me just pull cards to clarify. Beautiful 𝒂𝒐𝒐 is giving me multiple things. It's giving me opening, but then it's giving me closed down with your heart and how you are perceived. The 8 of Wands. There's something fiery about how people perceive you. So you may be very passionate about, or people perceive you as passionate. And then I heard rico suave. People think you're spicy. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I swear, I'll stop. I heard behave yourself. Okay, fine, I will behave myself. 7 of Wands and Temperance. Yeah, people perceive you to be in a place of healing, so they sense a sort of guardedness. People perceive you to be somebody who, I don't know, I'm getting kind of like, has a lot of options. I don't know why I felt nervous to say that, because I was going to say player vibes. Like somebody who can have their pick of the play is what I'm getting. Is that a thing? I don't know. Pick of the play. Ew. That sounded ugly. Then we have the King of Cups to clarify complacency. Why is this energy throwing me off? Okay, so your energy throws people off. Because it's contrasting. It's like people perceive you as somebody who's like open but closed. Okay. And then I heard sexual but not emotional. There's a part of you that keeps it closed down, but there's a part of you that's not closed down. And I'm assuming that's some stuff, okay? There's like a bridge that's not functioning between the two. This is a perception, right? The original perception of people have of you is that there's a disconnect when it comes to quite unlocking. I don't know, I feel like you're lusted after. This is different than the other piles also. What the hell? Anyways, that's the original perception of you that people have, okay? Now, the accuracy is card number 20, a merry motive. Card number 16, patience. My typo. Balance is what it meant to say. Let me clarify these. You're holding the bridge. What does that mean? What does that mean? Because people have the perception that there's something like a broken bridge is sort of what I was getting, right? Like not there's they can't find the way to get over to the other side, which is to reach your heart, to get that key open. There's like one aspect of you that they're able to reach, and I'm sorry if this is not resonant. This is very specific. This feels like a very specific energy for pile number 3, okay? It doesn't feel very broad. It feels like there are people who have access to you in one way and want access to you in another way, and they are unable to find how to access that bridge. However, you are carrying the bridge. You are carrying the bridge, and you're holding it hostage, is what I heard. You're like, nope, nobody will use this bridge. This bridge will remain out of service. Okay, patience. Clarify patience for me, please. Page of Pentacles. Clarify balance. The 5 of Wands. Hold on, I have to pause. Okay, pile number 3. I don't know who you think you are. Just kidding. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like you're fully aware of this perception of being highly sought after. And I feel like there's a part of you that's like okay with some conflict you may be causing for others. Because, not that you're doing it intentionally, but it's weird. Your pile is weird. That's why I say, who do you think you are? Coming into my reading. Just kidding. I'm throwing off the vibe over here. Card number 20 with a merry motive, and then 2 of Pentacles. It's giving me like, it's not, okay. Here's the part that's tricky to me and that I'm like kind of judging you on, but that's just me. I'll take myself out of the reading. The part of where I said where you know that there's this bridge that people are trying to cross and you're holding it hostage. You're saying no, nobody's getting across this bridge, but people have perception that they do have the ability to get off this bridge. No, they don't. The reality is that they are perceiving there to be an access for them to cross this bridge and receive you as, or for you to receive them as the King of Cups. They want to make it towards the heart, right? They want to help you heal from your wounds. They have well intentions, I'm assuming. But yeah, because it feels like you're the one putting the block on all the energy that's being directed at you, and that's leaving a lot of people unhappy. To clarify, that is people being unhappy. It creates chaos on other people's end to have the illusion that they can find a way across the bridge, but the truth is there is no bridge available for them because you are holding it. And it almost feels like you have no intention of giving them access to your bridge, which is creating chaos for others. I don't know if it's creating chaos for you. I don't necessarily feel like it has an impact on you, which is where I was just like, who do you think you are? Just having all these people like fighting over you. I'm just joking though. You do what you want. But the truth is, very subtly coming from a place of protection. I feel like all of your soft and warm and fuzzy parts were like shoved deep into the caves and caverns underground and were like stacked over with mountains so that no one would access them. The bridges were burned. The bridges were completely demolished in this case. And you have no intention of rebuilding a bridge, but you've not alerted those that shoot desire towards you. You've not alerted them that there is no bridge to be built, that you have no intention of building that bridge. Why? Because it's something that you are holding. You're holding away. Why? Because you've experienced things that have caused a lot of pain and sadness and mourning and grief in your life, that you choose to just remove the bridge so that there is no access for that to happen again. However, the truth is that you're doing it because, and I felt late to the party. There's something about you being patient and waiting on. It feels like there's waiting on more information, or waiting on, maybe you're waiting for the right one. You may be waiting for the right energy to even consider offering a rebuild of the bridge. But I feel like there's, there may have been the beginnings of that. Maybe you've been beginning to take the steps, and that's something that people don't realize, is that there's steps of you being taken, but it's not something that's going to happen overnight for you to consider that. This is a weird reading, okay? So it's like the original energy people perceive to have a way towards your heart, and they really want to. The truth is that more than likely isn't going to happen for most, because you're holding out for the one. And it's not something you're going to be rushed on. But it's something that you've definitely begun to at least consider and weigh and play around with it. I don't know. Is this correct? I hope that's correct. There's kind of a lot of heaviness in this energy. I won't lie. It may just be the deck that I'm using. But no, I kind of feel like it's in the energies too. I feel like I need to pull an extra little spread. What does pile number 3 need to know about this, if anything? We have the double. Clarify. Wait, are you the boulder? Wasn't it pile 2 that I saw the boulder people? 4 of Wands. Yeah, I do feel like there's a part of you that is holding out for something very specific. And it's not... yeah. It feels very exclusive. This bridge is it's very exclusive. So, yeah, I definitely feel like you're not one to let people into your heart. Stop it already. The one. I keep on getting the one. You're waiting out for the one. Look at this person, how they're like got the curtain open and they're just like, I'm looking out and I'm waiting. I'm not moving. There's no movement happening, but I'm waiting for the one. The one I keep on getting. And then on top of this is giving me the same thing. Like the one I keep on hearing. So you may have that faith that you will know the one when the one that is worthy of you dropping the boundaries and in allowing someone to cross that bridge. Yeah, because it definitely doesn't feel like something that you're just going to let anybody access. Is that correct? I always doubt myself when readings get like this. Yes, okay. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, you are waiting out for something that feels like it'll be successful and you're not taking any steps before that. But that's what people don't realize. People feel like you can be convinced is what I think it is. Because I feel like there's such eager energy towards you. They're such eager beavers. Ew! That sounded gross. But yeah, that's what's going on in your energy. You must be such a rico suave. Just kidding. Any other advice or guidance for pile number 3 in regards to this reading that took a turn for something different? The Knight of Wands. No, it's just showing that energy that I said. Remember I had said originally that it gives kind of player vibes? Yeah, that's it. That's you. Okay. So that's what it is that the original perception that people have of you is very player-ish, but very convinced that there's an aspect to like, I'm not gonna say that. Yeah, people feel like they could change that out of you. The reality is that that's not possible. That's for you to decide, and you're holding your cards close to you. You're holding the bridge hostage until you know. Until you know. And that's only for you to decide. That's not anything that anybody can convince you of. Okay? Card number 28, Frog Spirit, clear out the clutter. I feel like that may be with that energy because there is a lot of heavy energy around you. And I feel like, I don't know. Maybe it doesn't bother you. But anyways, that's your own guidance. You do what you want with it. Clear out the clutter. We have card 54, Skunk Spirit, know your worth. Then we have card 43, Owl Spirit, you see clearly now. When I saw it, I like connected you and owl, and I saw you'll see clearly now. So something in the future. Yeah, I feel like there's the beginnings of something. Maybe somebody stirred you up a little bit and caused you to want to pull out the old feelings. Something like that. Anyways, that's what I got for you. Did I do 3? Yeah, I did 3 animals. Okay. I hope these messages resonated. I'm sorry if I was judgy. I love you. Until we vibe again.